Welcome to the Michiana Business Podcast, where we put local legends and businesses in the spotlight for everyone in our area to see. If you love small businesses and success stories, then you're in the right place. You're listening to the Michiana Business Podcast with your friends, hosts, and owners of industrial office cleaning right here in Michiana, Caitlin and Alonzo Perdomo.
Hi guys, I'm here with Rodrigo Ambrissi. We're going to talk a little bit about current currency. It's like Bitcoin. There's a lot of things up there, and he is the expert in that. So we're going to talk about how that can help the business, how is how is developed, and all that good stuff. So what is well, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, what is
Sure. I work as a consultant, giving people information about cryptocurrencies. Basically, the first one's called Bitcoin.
Okay.
Right. And I also have a production video company where I shot a few documentaries about Bitcoin. One documentary in Venezuela, another documentary in Colombia, and another one in Switzerland.
Okay. And
I have a YouTube channel where I explain to people how this works and how Bitcoin is going to change the entire financial system.
Wow. Sounds pretty interesting, guys. So stick around. I think it's going to be a very interesting lesson to learn, because every day we learn something new. So we're going to learn about that today. All right. So what is exactly? Can you tell us a little bit, how did that work? Or...
So the first thing that was created is called Bitcoin.
Okay.
So Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency. But one thing that we have to understand is that Bitcoin, it's not an investment.
Okay.
It's not a way for you to make money. It's not a system for you to buy low and sell high. Okay. Bitcoin is a computer program, but it's a computer program that runs on several computers around the world, and nobody can turn it off. Nobody can shut down. And no banking system can control it, and no government can control it.
Wow.
That's what Bitcoin is.
That's pretty interesting.
Right? And inside Bitcoin, you can send and receive information. And that information has a lot of value because people can buy and sell things with Bitcoin today. The way it works, it's very simple, explaining to people that don't know anything about Bitcoin. For example, if I take a picture today, and I send you the picture. I have the picture in my phone.
Yep.
And you have the picture in your phone.
Yep.
And you can take the same picture and send it to your friends.
Okay.
And you can copy this picture, you can print, you can duplicate this picture several times. It's very easy.
Yep.
Inside a computer to duplicate. Right? So it's inside the internet, inside a computer, it's very easy to copy and paste. And this works for a Word document, for a movie, for music, for a PDF or a PowerPoint file. It's very easy to take an MP3 file, copy and paste, and duplicate or send someone. So if you create a money inside the internet, where I have a copy and then I send it to you, but that I have the money, but you still have the money and you send it to everybody else, this has no value.
Yeah.
Because you can just copy and copy and copy and make as much digital money as you want.
Yeah, yeah.
So the technology behind Bitcoin is called blockchain.
Blockchain, okay.
Blockchain is a way that was developed that makes impossible to copy.
Okay.
So if I have one Bitcoin in my phone and I send it to you, the Bitcoin leaves my phone and goes to your phone. And then I don't have it anymore, and you have it. That's all what Bitcoin is.
Okay, as soon as I send it to my phone, to your phone, it's gone from my...
It's gone from you, and it comes to me. And then I can take this digital file, and I can send it to someone else. And that person will have that in their phone or their computer, and I won't have it anymore. So it's the same as a picture, but if I send a picture, I have the picture, and you have the picture. With Bitcoin, because of the blockchain technology...
Okay.
If I send the Bitcoin from my phone to you, I don't have it on my phone anymore, and you have it. That's all what it is.
Wow, it's pretty interesting. So what is the blockchain? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Like, how does that work?
So the blockchain is more complicated. It involves a lot of technology for computer processing, hash rates, and mining. It's the same thing if I ask you, how does your credit card work?
No.
Do you know the frequency of the electromagnetic black strip in the back of your credit card?
Yeah.
But do you know the frequency? What's the size of the credit card? How many numbers do you need to make a connection through the Visa machine?
Wow.
See, you don't know anything about credit card, but you use it every day.
Yep.
The same thing as the blockchain technology.
Okay.
You can try to understand. It's very complicated.
Yeah.
Only developers and computers engineers can really understand that.
Understand the code.
The code and everything, right? But you can use Bitcoin. You can just send and receive Bitcoin, but you don't have the same as a car. A lot of people don't know how to fix a car or how the engine works, but you know how to drive.
But you
same
got the guy.
So, but blockchain, basically, what blockchain did, it just solved the problem of copying and pasting, of duplicating.
Duplicating, like.
So inside the blockchain, it's impossible for me to copy one Bitcoin and try to fool the system and make it 2 Bitcoins.
Wow.
It's impossible. Because for me to try to fool the system, the Bitcoin, the blockchain network, I will have to hack all the computers at the same time and try to change this on all the computers around the planet at the same time.
Wow.
So they made some calculations, the amount of electricity and computer power that you need to try to duplicate the Bitcoin exceeds the value of the Bitcoin, which means you will need $300 million to try to falsificate one Bitcoin that costs today about $19,000.
Wow.
So it makes it impossible mathematically to copy a Bitcoin. Because the blockchain powers all this and it's impossible to turn it off. So it's a very revolutionary technology. It's very, very interesting.
Wow, it's kind of hard to put it around my head. Like, how did you have to? You're like, okay, I can duplicate really easy, quick, but you had to have all the computers they have Bitcoin, and then try to hack it in the same time and
at the same time.
A lot of,
or not all, but this is called the 51% attack. You have to control 51% of all the computers in order to duplicate or try to duplicate one Bitcoin.
Wow.
Right? And the only way to turn it off, the Bitcoin network today, it's either if you turn it off the internet or if you turn it off the electricity on the entire planet.
Wow.
It's impossible to stop it.
That is crazy.
And Bitcoin was designed exactly for that reason. So nobody can control and nobody can hack, but anybody can use it.
Wow. That's pretty interesting stuff. I heard about it, but I never got all these details about, like, you have to turn off the internet, you have to turn off electricity. That's really powerful information. I mean, now I feel more to buy more Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin.
That's what I tell people. Some people, they see Bitcoin that as an investment. You can make a lot of money with Bitcoin if you buy and wait. People that bought Bitcoin 5 years ago for $200, today is $19,000.
Wow, that's a big jump.
If they're still waiting, right, it's a big jump. So Bitcoin is a system to replace the monetary system on the planet.
Okay.
And what we call the fiat system. Fiat system, or the current system we have, or the paper money.
Yep.
It's a system that is 100% controlled and manipulated by the banks with the government. And we can see by all those stimulus package that the government's creating. It's $1 trillion here, it's $500 billion there, another $1 trillion here. Where's all this money coming from? The bank just prints more money. It's just a piece of paper. That's what money is. It's just a piece of paper. But we collectively believe that piece of paper has value because we agree.
Yeah.
But the government can create as many as they need. Bitcoin, his mathematical formula, can only be 21 million Bitcoins. No more.
No more than that.
No more than that. And something very important as well, that we need to change how we think. Because, for example, for you to have $1, you need to have 100 cents.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
For you to have €1, you have to have 100 cents. Or 1 peso, you have to have 100 cents.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Bitcoin works in a different way. For you to have 1 Bitcoin, you have to have 100 million cents.
Wow.
It's divisible in 100 million fractions, which allows you to make small payments. So you don't have to buy one Bitcoin for $19,000 today. You can buy just, for example, 5 million cents or 10 million cents or 100 or 100,000 cents. You can buy fractions of Bitcoin, because even that, we don't have a coin less than 1 cent. If you go to the gas station, the gallon of gas costs $2.019, and then there's like three scales of a cent there. But the pump charges you for that, but you cannot break anything less than a cent with physical money. With Bitcoin, you can divide Bitcoin into 100 million cents.
Wow.
So that's the big difference. So people can buy Bitcoin and store in their wallets, what we call digital wallets, paper wallets, or in their computer. Make sure it's safe, right? Because if you, for example, if you have a computer where you used to download torrents or to watch illegal movies, you like to watch adult entertainment sites, all of those are open to fake links where you click and then might install something on your computer, and you can get a virus on your computer, right? Which means if anybody has access to your computer and they see that you have the password for your Bitcoin wallets, they can simply steal your Bitcoin very easy. So it's always important to have a computer that 100% it's safe, or a cell phone that 100% that's safe before you store your Bitcoin. Otherwise, hackers can steal this very simple or very easy.
Wow. So basically, in other words, you have to have a specific computer for storage your Bitcoin or currency, that you don't use it for watch programs, you don't use it to send emails, anything. You have to have a specific computer just for that.
Correct. For example, that means that you're the one holding your Bitcoin, right? So I will always suggest to people, if you have an old computer, delete everything from it, install a new operating system, make sure you update your operating system. Then you can download the wallets. Right, your digital wallets from several websites. And then once you have it there, only use that computer for your crypto bank. Right?
Wow.
And then your other computer you can use for other things. But don't access email, don't click on any links, don't go to Instagram, don't go to Facebook, don't do anything on that computer except your wallets. That's the best way to have it safe.
So let me ask you this, and since you say you have to have a specific computer for the money to save. Let's call it money because I'm familiar with money.
It's money. Bitcoin is money. It's a digital money.
So how do you, if you want to, let's say you want to start using it for pay bills, or can you pay bills with that?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
How does that work? Can you tell us a little bit?
Yes. So for example, today the best strategy is for people to, if they want to see Bitcoin as an investment, they can buy Bitcoin, store in their wallets, right? And they can wait a couple of years until the price goes up and then spend this Bitcoin. Right? Or you can, if you bought it before a couple of years ago and you want to spend it today, you can. There's several websites that you can buy gift cards directly. For example, there's a website called Bitrefill. There's a website called Uphold, where it lets you pay bills directly or exchange your Bitcoin for US dollars and deposit in your account. And of course, they charge a small fee. It's the same as if you go to Europe and you need to buy euros. You need to go to an exchange.
To exchange the money.
To exchange the money. So there are several websites where you send your Bitcoin and they will deposit your money back on your account. But that's where people have to be careful as well, because there's a lot of fake websites out there that they'll say, hey, send me your Bitcoin, I'll send you money. And then you send them your Bitcoin, and then they disappear, and then you can't track them down. And once your Bitcoin is gone out of your phone, it's gone. You can't track it. You can't know what it is or who received it. So
how do you let's say, for example, I start paying my bills with Bitcoin because I start getting control with it, and I have enough let's say capital there to start paying things, because I want to use it. How can I pay it with nobody hacking into my account?
So, for example, first of all, if you have a large quantity of Bitcoin, I always suggest to people, leave that in your computer wallet.
Okay.
Right? For example, you don't walk around with $3,000 in your pocket.
No.
Right? Nobody does that.
Yeah.
Same thing. You're not going to walk around with $3,000, $5,000 in Bitcoin in your pocket.
Okay.
So you have your large amount of crypto in your laptop at home.
Okay.
And then you send a little bit to your phone that you can go and pay through several websites or payment process that are out there.
Okay.
That can do this. And then you can type the name of your bill and give all the information. But basically, you pay the website with crypto and they pay the bills for you.
Okay.
So there are several websites around that does that, this kind of job.
Okay. So I don't try to be really big, but I really want to understand it. So let's say I use my laptop to send it to my phone. Is any way that they can track where did I get my Bitcoin? If when I put it in my phone, let's say I use my laptop to put it in my phone, and then I start paying with that, the whoever's looking in my phone or whatever, they can keep it track it for my laptop?
Yes and no. So two things about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, once you have your wallet, right, you don't have a name on it, on the address. All you have is a cryptographic address. It's 32 words that you have to receive or send crypto.
Okay.
So, but the beauty about Bitcoin is anybody can see anytime how many Bitcoins are going back and forward inside the network.
Okay.
So anybody can see anytime how many Bitcoins are out there in the network, if you can go back and forward. So they can check every wallet, and that's how the system works, because everybody can always make sure there's only 21 million Bitcoin.
So,
but nobody knows that wallet belongs to you.
Nobody knows who has that money. It's just
correct. You know that the money is in that wallet, but the system does not allow us to see who owns the wallet.
Okay.
So you have the wallet in your phone. Nobody knows it's your wallet, but anybody can see that in that wallet has $10,000 in Bitcoin.
Oh, okay.
Right, but nobody knows it's yours, because doing so, once it's open source and it's 100% in the blockchain, everybody can inspect the code at any time, and that's how it works.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, because somebody that I was trying to talk to about, learn a little bit more about Bitcoin, and he popped this question like, okay, so I'm buying the Bitcoin with cash, with money,
yes.
with George Washington there with $100 bill. So where all that money goes after I put it into Bitcoin? Who's keeping all this cash in hand?
So there's a couple banks. There's a Coinbase that allows you to do that.
If you're in the Michiana area and would like to have us put your business or story out there for everyone to hear, sign up at michianabusinesspodcast.com. Until next time, thanks for listening.